Hey. Oh, hey, Ma. Hold on. Hold on. 1 more second. All right, so let's give Tish Taylor a couple of minutes until she joins us. Just a little bit of background on Tish Taylor. She is a brand marketing specialist. She is responsible for multiple brands. She's been in the entertainment business for a few years. I'll let her get on and tell her own story, but just to give like a little bit of background on who she is, I'm going to give her a moment to actually join. As you can see, we are doing this at 7 o'clock because Versus is on tonight at 8 o'clock, and I didn't want my audience to be at the party at Versus, so we had to move the show up an hour so that my IG Live won't clash with the Versus, because 1 million people is going to be at Versus today. So I'm so happy that she agreed to even do this and move the time up, because of course everybody is still doing everything because it is definitely opening up. She has joined. Let me see if I can request you to be in it this way. All you have to do is just send a request to me. Okay, here we go. I know it's going to be, I hope it's not on top of each other. Good evening. How are you? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
Can you see me okay?
I can see you.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm getting some landscaping done, so they're a little loud outside.
No, I could definitely hear you really good. I hope that it doesn't start doing this. Like, IG Live has been doing this weird thing when your mouth is talking and then your words are coming in later. Like a lot of my IG videos, when you look back at them, like the voice and the words are coming in later. I don't know if it's something that's delayed or if it's maybe like the app or whatever.
It could be the app. I mean, Facebook, Instagram, they're doing all kind of software changes. So
yes, I've definitely seen the new reels that they have added in today on IG. So they're definitely trying to get rid of TikTok, which is the competitor. But so, ladies and gentlemen, I have Miss Tish Taylor here tonight joining us on Go Live with Glow. Thank you so much for doing this. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks for reaching out.
I just want to give people like a little bit of background of who you are. I gave them like just like a little brief synopsis of just like, that you do branding, you're in the entertainment business. And, I said that I'll let you come on here and explain exactly what it is that you do. So just to give them a little bit of background about who you are.
Okay. Hi, everyone that's tuned in. I am Tish Taylor. I am a talent and brand manager. I have 2 companies, a Girl Like Tish Entertainment, which is my management company, and I have a marketing and branding company called Brand Fetish Marketing.
Okay, so where are you from originally? Because I hear you have an accent. So where are you from?
I got an accent, but I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Oh, you're from? Yeah. And where are you at now? Where do you live at now? Oh, in Atlanta. How is it out there in Atlanta?
Open, very, but it's good. I mean, I guess people come to Atlanta for what they want. Some people come to Atlanta for the party life and the lifestyle. Some people come because it's the mecca for, African Americans blossoming. But Atlanta's cool.
What was your reason for moving to Atlanta from Milwaukee? Because that seems like a really big stretch.
My original reason for moving to Atlanta from Milwaukee was my son.
Okay.
My son at 9 years old, or he was like 12. He was about 12. We moved because we were always flying back and forth, and he was doing his music thing at a very young age. And I just felt like, you know what, let's just stay here.
And I don't think
one summer we were here, and I said, you know what, we're not going back.
I don't think anybody knows who your son is.
Oh, yeah.
So you can just introduce who your son is.
Yeah, my son is a singer, actor, Jacob Lattimore. If you're not familiar with him, singer. He actually has an EP coming out tonight at midnight.
Okay.
Video season. He just released his 3rd independent R&B album, Connection 3, about a month or so ago. But again, Leo season's coming out tonight. And then he's an actor. He's on the show called The Chi. He's done various films, Collateral Beauty, Black Nativity. Y'all probably see him every holiday, Black Nativity, because y'all know BET. And
they definitely keep that in rotation.
But yeah, you can just Google him. You can Google him.
When did you know that your son was talented? Like was he always singing and dancing? Did you know that he had a knack for it or a passion for it at a young age?
Yeah, he was singing around the house and dancing and teaching himself how to do some of everything. And he said this is what I wanted to do at a very young age. He was like 9 and he was good. Even at 9, he was polished. And I said, me and his dad, we were like, all right, let's do this. And we've been running since he was 9. Jacob will be 24 on Monday.
Wow.
Sorry.
And somebody just said it doesn't look like you have a son old enough to work. Someone said like you're not old enough to have a son that works.
Yeah, a lot of people feel like that. Sorry, I'm having.
So are you your son's full-time manager? Oh, no worries.
Yes, I manage him. I manage him full time. Full time, but I do have a partner on the music side, JR.
Okay. And so where you manage him, so would you be considered like his momager, correct?
I mean, you can say that, but I don't use that term.
So you manage him just on like certain aspects or just the business part, everything. So what are some of the challenges that you face being his manager, also his mom? Because I know there's certain mothers that want to get their really.
No.
Because in New York City, you know, I have a child that is also in the industry and she does acting. So she's more like a working actress. So there's a lot of challenges that, you know, we face in auditions when it comes to children and where we're doing certain projects with the person's child again.
What are some of the issues? What are some of the challenges that I can help?
I mean, New York is like a big pool. And so when you're doing like auditioning with your kids, it's normally like really competitive as far as like what have your child has done, what my child has done. You know, is going back and forth with the other moms and colliding and clashing and things like that. Did you experience any of that early on in his career?
Nah.
Really? Like, you're really fortunate. It's very cutthroat here. Like, if your child is getting more time than the other person that's doing the acting, they just start to get real, real crazy.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm having a phone issue. I want to switch my phone.
No worries.
That's why I got 2 phones. So, give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'm gonna answer that question for you though. I'm gonna answer that. Hopefully I don't have okay. Hold on.
Okay. Hold on, she's coming back.
Okay, I apologize.
Okay. No worries.
I'm sorry.
It's good.
Girl, I think you jinxed me.
No. Mercury's not in retrograde. We should be good on the technical side. There's no issues here on this side. All right. Yes,
okay.
You're here.
Definitely. I'm sorry. I apologize.
No worries. Is that everything good?
Yes.
I know you're super busy, so I was like,
yes,
I thought maybe you were getting a phone call. I thought maybe you was getting a phone call through. So I was asking you, like, what were the challenges that you experienced early on, like before you got into the business? I know you were managing your son early on. But what were some of the challenges you experienced as his mom? Because you know, some people be like, you're new to this game.
I wasn't new to the game. I was already doing marketing for Sony Music, so I wasn't new. Can you hear me? Okay.
Okay.
You can hear
you fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was already doing Sorry, guys. This is my fault.
No, I didn't say anything.
Okay. Okay, so now I can't see.
Turn it around.
All right. I don't know what is happening to my phones tonight. I never had this issue before doing a live. Okay, so I worked for Sony Music. I was doing marketing for Sony Music, and
okay,
I think after I was laid off in 2005. We started pushing Jacob around 2009. So I already knew how the business ran. I already knew the marketing, the promotion
Okay.
side of the business. I've never had any issues with other parents. I was never a competitive parent. Um, I just always focused on Jacob, because
Okay.
I knew the business. I know there are a lot of parents that really don't know they don't know the business. They don't know the politics of this business. Um, and I mean, listen, I don't even know why parents are competitive. The kid with the kid that kills the audition is going to get the job at the end of the day. And sometimes it's not even about how talented the kid is. Maybe it's a fit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's a fit. Maybe these two kids look great with each other. Maybe this kid looks great with this, the talent that's acting as mom and dad. So sometimes
Mm-hmm.
it's just about look. It's not about who's the most talented.
Right.
So it's a lot of different variations when it comes to auditions um, on the TV and film side. Also commercial. Also
Right.
commercial. hmm
So
And
I
you just
wanted to
can't be a
no, go
go
ahead.
ahead.
I'm sorry. No, no, no. You were saying it.
No, you can't be a parent with that kind of attitude. Nobody wants to tolerate that. Nobody. Nope. Producers don't. Networks don't. Record labels don't.
Yeah, I
No.
understand. There are some parents who have left a bad taste in some of the industry's mouth by just trying to, I guess, helicopter parent when it comes to their children.
Yeah.
Uh,
hmm
so I wanted to talk about some of the businesses that you have because I see you wear a sweatshirt that says Tish University. Is that part of your brand?
Well, yes, it will be. I just created these sweatshirts because I am so focused on brand me, and
Right.
I am, for my company, Brand Fetish Marketing. The tagline is your brand, their fetish. But your brand can't be their fetish unless your brand is your fetish. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if it's your personal brand, if it's your product brand, you have to be in love with it. You have to be confident in it. And we're in a day and age where your personal brand really, truly, truly matters, and you have to stand in front of whatever brand that you have. And so I am just pushing this be you, authentically you. And I've always been that way.
Okay.
I do feel like a lot of us get sidetracked, we procrastinate, we lose self-esteem, we lose confidence because we're too busy looking at everybody else win
Right.
when we should just be focused on our win. Even if it's small, it's still a win,
Right.
so that's where I am. But yeah, I'll have these on my website soon.
I'm going to also list the website down. I don't know. Let me see. I want to pin it. Let me write it. So it's www, right? I'm going to pin it right
Yeah,
now.
it's
Dot.
TishTaylorMerchandise.com.
I'm going to put it down right now while we're on there so that people can take a look at it while we're here on the live.
Yeah. So currently what I offer, I have some courses. I have some courses, and I have consultations, business consultations.
I
Yeah.
have it. Okay. I pinned
And
it.
and then you can go to my personal site from there, tish-taylor.com.
So everything is all linked in together.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can get to you from this website right here. We can get to all your
Yeah.
different websites right here. So you
Yeah.
said you have
Uh-huh.
two companies. You have the branding company, and then you said you're offering web courses, correct?
No, on my marketing company, I offer on-demand services, so you can get courses from my website. Yeah.
So what kind of courses do you list? Like what kind of courses can someone have? Like go ahead and
Sure.
learn.
Well, the two main courses that I have right now, I have BU It Pays, which is a personal branding mini course, and then I offer webinar course creation for the introvert entrepreneur, where I show you how you can create a webinar or a course just using PowerPoint, and you don't have to show your face, and you don't have to purchase these big, all the big softwares everybody is talking about. Some people don't have the funds to pay $29 a month to create a course, or $30 or $100. And I show you how you can create your own course or webinar just using PowerPoint.
So when you said the course Be You Authentically, right? Is that the name of the course? Did I say it
The
correctly?
course is called Be. The course is called Be You. It pays.
Be You It Pays. So
Yeah.
just briefly, not too much detail, because we definitely want people to actually go to the website and actually research and see what the courses are about and how it can help them in their
Yeah.
brand. So what is it that you're
Mhm.
basically promoting? Because you're saying like be you it pays. Why is it important?
I'm basically saying, I'm saying promote yourself, be you, build your personal brand with confidence. Confidence attracts new opportunities. Confidence really does attract, I mean, additional income and revenue. You know, people look up to people that are confident. You know, people are looking for people to help them in their confidence. And that's something that I talk about in that course.
So have there been any
And
challenges
I
you
show
faced
you
with?
how to go. I'm sorry.
No, you show us how to do what? I know it's delayed on my
I
end. I'm not sure if you can hear me on
how
yours.
to and I show you the tools that you use to expand your personal brand in that course.
Okay, so I was, so for example, I'm going to use me for an example. So I go ahead and I come on your website and I'm telling you what I'm trying to do with my brand that I'm trying to do right now, which is definitely my IGTV show. So what are some tips that you would give me?
So you would get a consultation more so than anything, right?
Right.
Um, okay, building your IG live. Do you have it on any other platforms?
As of right now, no, but it's definitely in the works for me to get a website. So now I'm working on my
You def
website.
Okay, so you definitely need a website. Because we should be knowing all about you.
Right.
Okay. And I don't know if the people that are following you know everything about you. So you should definitely have a website. I think you should definitely turn this into turn this to YouTube, because YouTube, it has a broader audience, number one. And number two, you can advertise there. You can push this out and advertise it. You can advertise it on Instagram as well, but you don't want to neglect the fact that you have YouTube there, especially
Right.
being a media personality. So I definitely feel like you should be on YouTube. I also feel like, do you seed out any of your content with your interview with your guests?
What do you mean?
You, I mean, okay, so when an artist does an interview with Essence Magazine, they will
Right.
seed out the highlight of the interview for what? Clickbait.
Oh,
The
okay, I
same thing.
understand what you're saying.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So I do feel like once it is, you have, it's set up for YouTube and you have like a production, if it feels like a production, then I would seed it out to other press
Oh, yes.
to
I
grow
know what
your
you
brand.
mean. To grow the brand. Because see, right
Hmm.
now it's still like in the very beginning stages of it. So I'm still
Hmm.
working on it. And this wasn't really supposed to really branch out this far, but it keeps branching out. Like
Okay. No, that's
it's growing
good.
leaves.
It's the perfect time to do it.
Yes, because of
Although you're
COVID.
new, yeah, although you're new, that's okay. That's okay. I would still take clips and highlights from your interviews, and I would seed it out to other media, because it's gonna draw right back to you. That's what the media does.
Tish is definitely giving me gems that people have to pay for to get from her. And I'm definitely going on your website and we'll have a personal consultation with you later on after the show. But this is definitely like gems for me. Like I said, I
That's what
just
the media
started.
does.
This was
Mhm.
definitely just a start out. It was just something to do, and then it just started to branch out and just started to grow its own leaves. So, I mean, how important
Yeah.
is it for someone to invest in themselves, like constantly investing in yourself and into your brand? Like, how
All
do
the
you continue to do
time.
that?
All the time. We should be investing in ourselves all the time. I feel like college never ends when it comes to the business that we're in. You know what I mean? I feel like we spend thousands, and I just said this on a live, I think a couple days. We spend thousands of dollars to go to college for what to happen? Possibly not get a job. That's okay. But what? We left with knowledge. And that's the same thing with learning from someone like me, or learning from someone like you, or even just going to YouTube, taking the time to invest and just dissecting literally everything on YouTube that that you need to learn or for your business. Because at the end of the day, you want to be a better service to your clients. You want to be a better service to your industry. You want to be on top of your game in your industry. You really want to be known as the expert in your industry. I'm all for investing in yourself. Spend that $20, 10, 5, 50, whatever you need to do. Also, reach out to other people like you're doing and collaborate. Collaboration, I feel like, is the biggest way to grow your brand, So
collaborate with other people, like-minded individuals,
mm-hmm.
to be able to grow the brand. I definitely understand
Yes.
what you're saying. It's definitely, it's not easy. So what would you say to someone who was like introverted? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you build that confidence up to just go ahead and just take that leap of faith out on your personal brand?
Well, I think you have to identify why are you not confident? You know what I mean? What is it that's making you not confident in yourself? And once you identify that, but then identify your strengths. If we're going to identify our weaknesses, we need to identify our strengths. And whatever we're weak in, go to your friends, and ask them questions. Study, invest in more knowledge. If you're lacking knowledge in an area, study. I think sometimes people are, again, going back to the investment in education. Some of us we're scared to buy from others, and there are a lot of smart people out here. And even if you have one takeaway from them, you got one takeaway to help you be better. So for me, when I was lacking a lot of self-confidence, that's what I did. I mean, I studied. I remember sending my email to all of my friends and some family, and I said, what is the Tish Taylor brand to you? What does that look like to you? Just so I knew, you know what I mean? And for a long period of time, after Jacob turned 18, I couldn't even say that. I couldn't even use the word I'm a manager, I'm an executive, because I was behind the scenes with him so much.
Right.
I'm like, I don't even know if I'm supposed to say who I am. I don't even know who I am or what I am, So it took almost a year for me to rebuild this confidence in myself, But those are some of the things that I did. I just acknowledged and identified where I was lacking. I identified where I wanted to be, and that's how I got here today.
And so I know that being an entrepreneur is no straight path, because I know there's some bumps and there's some roads, some bumps, and there's some smooth roads, and there's some more bumps, and there's some challenges. What are some of the challenges you face, being a Black woman entrepreneur?
I think just for Black people in general, we lack education, and sometimes that can be at fault to us, because we don't want to take the time to seek it. We just have to be patient when it comes to education, especially like finance and credit and stuff like that. We're like a little bit, we not ahead when it comes to that. So I think it's just more so educating. I also feel like, again, watching others, watching too much of other people can make us stagnant, and we procrastinate and all that other stuff. So I think that, but also just being an entrepreneur, I mean, we're depending on others. We may have a good month, we may not have a not so good month. We're a lot of us are working out of our homes. Working out of our homes can be very comfortable. If we don't have work hours in place, some of us may have kids now at home, so that could be a distraction. I don't know, it could be a lot of things. I think it's important for us as entrepreneurs, especially small businesses now, we got to really operate the way big businesses do. Like, we should have work hours in place. We should have systems and frameworks in place. Even if it's one, okay, when I get a new client, this is step by step what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to do a discovery call. I'm gonna send them an intake sheet that they need to fill out. I'm gonna do a new business, a potential client questionnaire. and then from there, if I get them on, if I once I talk to them, then I'm going to offer them the larger service that I feel like they may need, that they should, buy from me. So I don't know,
But
that's
how do
how
you
I
keep
feel. That's how I
going? How do you keep going though? Because everybody's not built to be an entrepreneur. Those who may want to actually start a brand, or they tell themselves that they want to be an entrepreneur. It's not for everyone. You definitely have the spirit to maintain and keep going. How do you keep pushing yourself day to day?
And that's okay. That's the thing. You don't have to be an entrepreneur to build a brand. You can be with McDonald's and build your personal brand. I feel like if you work at McDonald's or Wendy's or work in the airport, guess what? You could be an expert in customer service. Run with it. Create products. Create you some courses. Do a webinar. A lot of people need to learn about customer service. I would love to learn about customer service from somebody at a gas station, McDonald's, Wendy's, because guess what? They getting hit in the head. They getting stuff thrown at them. I
They're
would
getting the
love to
worst
know.
type of treatment. Because
Yeah,
people treat you any old kind of way when you work in customer service, and they don't know that you have to interact with more than one person a day, and you're dealing with all of that, and you got to get back up and
yeah.
do it again.
So you don't have to build a personal brand being an entrepreneur. You can build a personal brand working with another big brand. That's great. It double elevates you actually.
So I asked this question to my last week's guest, but I wanted to know, like, how important is it that Black women create a space for themselves in every industry? Because most of these industries most industries are male dominated. Some of them. I know that you're in Atlanta, in the mecca of African American industries, and there's probably a lot of women that are, have their own businesses, creating their own businesses, like yourself, like-minded
Mhm.
individuals. But how important is it that we as women keep creating a seat at the table for ourselves?
Um, I think it's very important. We see some women doing it, and I think that's where we have to get out of our comfort zone and build that confidence and be loud. You know what I mean? If you want those opportunities, you look at executives like Boz. She's like the prime example. She's now at Netflix and getting all this crazy cash, because she's being herself, but she's being an expert in her field and she's being loud about it and she's confident. And that's what I'm saying. Confidence attracts new opportunities. Your confidence is like a muscle. It is going to attract whatever you want in life. You can get it. You can have it. You know what I mean? You have to ask unapologetically. You have to show up unapologetically. As hard as it may be, like, this is the time that we're in, and we can create, these self-made opportunities, for ourselves.
So when you say confidence, because there's a difference between confidence and arrogance, and I know that some
Mm-hmm.
people blur the lines when it comes to those different things. Because I feel like arrogance is like a false sense of confidence, honestly. Like this to me. Like you can be
Well,
confident, but
arrogance
then
is being disrespectful.
yeah,
You
but
know
there's
what
some
I
people who
mean?
feel like that's confident. Like they're being confident when
Mm,
it comes to certain things, especially when it comes to business. There are a lot of
I feel like if you're rude with confidence, that's arrogance.
right.
So, you know, don't be rude, maybe. Don't be rude. That would help,
How has
and some people are just intimidated by others, they need to take my course too. Or-
do you offer any type of coaching, life coaching?
no, I don't offer life coaching. I never thought about that. But I do feel like as a business advisor or offering consultation, there is some and inspiring consultation in there, conversations in there, because I do speak to a lot of people who are like, I can't do this, and I want to do it, but I'm too old, or I don't have enough money to do it, or it's too late for me because such and such does it. And I'm like, when you go into Walgreens, what's the first the first aisle you see is makeup, and you see soap, and it's like it's a ton of soap. It's a ton of different makeup lines. Like you can do whatever you want to do, you know? So,
Someone says that they think confidence has a little arrogance in it. When you look at Diddy, you see both, but you see results. Diddy don't sleep though. I think that what we see and who he is, I think
mhm.
that's a different. We're talking about people starting out, not people who are already at the tier of their career and they're able to call the shots in all areas. We're talking
Yeah.
about people that are just starting out in this industry and are trying to get a foot in and trying to work with people. You can't be arrogant.
I don't think confidence has a little arrogance. I don't. I just feel like you're just confident. You know what I mean? Like you know what you know, and you know you show up for people. You're confident. You know, you just arrogance is shutting people down. You know, like immediately, like you don't know what you're talking about. It's facial expression. It's tone. It's
Body
that's
language.
arrogance.
Hmm.
You know, that's arrogance, and
I
you
think
know we
people
don't
look at
tolerate
Diddy for the
that.
wrong thing. Diddy works hard. Diddy barely sleeps. You know, that man works
Yeah.
really hard. He barely even sleeps. He probably working
Mhm.
now. So how has COVID like
Yeah.
shifted your perspective on things as of right now? Because I know a lot of entrepreneurs are able to pivot. There's some brands that are still like some brands that we need that are still making money that haven't even missed a beat because of COVID. But there are other people who have travel companies are suffering. Like depending on what industry you were in, you were affected really bad by COVID. How has COVID
Yeah.
shifted your perspective, and has your companies or anything been impacted by it whatsoever?
Well, I think every single industry should be online because guess what? Online never closes. So if you don't have digital marketing experience, you should be taking every class and like, you know, you should be deep diving into every YouTube video there is on I mean, literally, you know, Instagram and Facebook ads, YouTube ads, SEO, and you know, if you don't have the money to hire a graphic designer, learn Canva, you know, learn Photoshop. You should be learning every technical skill you can. So,
I don't think everybody was in that spirit, but there are some people that was in the spirit during this time and took this time to actually make it marketable for themselves. Like I said,
mhm,
this show was born out of COVID. Like
mhm,
this was born out
yeah,
of COVID.
a lot of opportunities were born out of COVID, and that's great. You know, that's great.
So I always ask all of my guests that come on here, like to leave a gem. Like if you could leave a
Mhm.
gem for everybody here, what would it be?
You know, I'm all, you know, I said it earlier, you know, be you, be your authentic self. Don't get distracted by what others have going on. Don't get distracted by other people's wins. Your small win is still a win. You know, don't give up. Um, I think that's about it.
So
Don't give
before
up and, you know, be patient. Be patient with your success. Give yourself grace if you mess up, you know. And yeah, that I think that's about it.
so what other projects do you have coming up in the future? I do have the website pinned, so everybody can definitely check out the website and they can also
Yeah,
get to your
uh-huh.
main website.
Yeah, you can check out my website. I'm working currently working on some more products and some campaigns for myself. So I'm excited about those, but they won't launch until like October, November.
So are you taking on any new clients?
Always, you can go to my website and book a consultation right now. I have 3 different consultations. I have a starting from scratch consultation where you just don't know what to do. I have a brand purpose consultation where you know you have an idea of what you want to do, but you're a little bit like you don't know your purpose, your mission, your vision. Like some people need help articulating that, and I have fun with that. And then I have a consultation called New Business, No Customers. So I help you identify your target market and you know, find your customers. And that's a great, and I also during that consultation, I talk about investing and having a budget. Having a budget is important. The great thing about having a budget is the budget allows us to get in front of the people that we want to get in front of.
Okay.
Okay, so a lot of people look at budget as an expense, but it's an investment.
What if you don't have any money? What do you do then?
You gotta have money. You gotta have money. You got money to get shoes and groceries, so it's prioritizing.
So you have to basically sacrifice to the brand that you
You
want,
gotta
the things that you
sacrifice
want.
something.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta sacrifice something for sure.
Well, I definitely appreciate you like coming on here, dropping more than just one gem. You definitely dropped a bunch of gems. I hope that
Oh,
everybody
okay.
stays
I had
encouraged.
fun. I
I hope
had fun.
everybody
I'm
stays
sorry for the
encouraged.
phone
No
issues. Oh
worries.
my God, I'm
I've
so
had worse
embarrassed.
issues with this. I've had
Okay.
worse issues. So I definitely appreciate that. Thank you so much. I will be in touch for my own personal self, for my own personal consultation. So I definitely will be hitting
Okay, it
you
was
up.
nice meeting you too.
Thank you. Thank you so
Okay,
much for
see
tuning
ya.
in.
All right, bye.